This is Joe Smith from the Midwest Football Podcast. Please remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It all helps us grow our show. Look for our full show, too, anywhere you find podcasts. Links below.
That's what I like about the position the Bears have put them in is probably address tackle with the first pick in the ninth, probably Skoronski or Paris Johnson. But then we have three more picks in the top 64 picks that could easily be thrown at the defensive line and add some good depth. Or we go with defensive lineman in the first pick. Although I think that the first round to the third round, I don't see a huge difference. But either way, we're also in a good position to trade back. And again, if Poles wants to, instead of 9, you can get that. There's some other tackles that are available too. And the other thing I liked about the Bears did was they addressed the running back situation on a budget. I mean, obviously we have Khalil Herbert, who's looked really good the last couple of years. Anybody who had him in fantasy loved the value they got from him. DeAndre Foreman got him on a 1 year, $2 or $3 million contract, which is really good deal for a 2-down thumper that produced for Carolina. And then even Travis Homer, nice little third down back. And then we haven't even talked about the elephant in the room. DJ Moore was basically a throw-in on going from 1 to 9, and that makes the Bears offense look a lot better, especially when you throw in Claypool as possibly the third receiver now.
Well, I don't know how much of a throw-in DJ Moore was. It wouldn't surprise me if the Bears really made him one of the linchpins of the trade, especially if you consider that Carolina is going to be basically starting over. It gives the Bears that legit number 1. They can move Mooney to number 2. They're starting to build an actual core, and they've rarely had in the last couple decades.
Yeah, and the word on the street is that Carolina wanted to offer the Bears a third first-round pick. I think it was in 2025, and the Bears said, no, we want DJ Moore. And I think if that was true, I think I give Foles a lot of credit because we needed that number 1. It is not a great draft or free agency class with Jacoby Myers and Juju Smith-Schuster as the top free agents. And Allen Lazard got $44 million. I mean, I'm not super excited about him. Unless you're trying to lure Aaron Rodgers, but that's for another segment. and and then the other thing too is I think it helps the Claypool trade because that's very ripped, especially when they end up being the 32 pick, which is essentially a first round pick now that the Dolphins have forfeited their first round. And Claypool didn't produce last year, but he also came in late with a hamstring injury, and then Mooney got hurt. And I think he's basically full season, the offseason. And I think he's going to be more willing to be the number 3 receiver than he was in Pittsburgh, where he used to be a stud when he was a rookie and had 10 touchdowns. And they pull him Pickens and bumped him down. It felt like a demotion for him. Now he's starting fresh. And whether he's fighting Mooney for the number 2 spot or not, I think he's just happier to be there.